I've got kind of a lived experience of um, seeking escape in various ways, different kinds of addictions. I wouldn't say that I ever was anything that would qualify as a hard drug user. Um, but as far as kind of looking over my lived experience and the ways that I behaved as a teen into my 20s, now into my mid 30s, um, there, we're needing to change the social narrative around what it means to be a quote unquote man. And I don't have a specific answer
Yeah.
to that. But when we're looking at why did I behave in the ways that I did as a teen? Well, I was absolutely feeling like I couldn't express the emotions that I had. I learned very quickly that if I displayed anything that was perceived as quote unquote weakness, I would be made fun of, beat up, looked down on by both the other boys and the quote unquote, the girls that I was, of course, at the time, well, as a heterosexual male, was looking to impress, wanting to date. And so there's all of that
Yeah.
initial pressure.
Mm-hmm.
There was the recognition that, oh, if I hugged my mom in front of my friends, that wasn't cool anymore, and people might snicker at that. And so there's all of these different ways that I learned to tamp down on who I actually am.
Mm.
And then as I pent up those emotions, they would want to come out. But if I didn't develop the skill to process and let out those emotions in a constructive way, they would become more volatile. And so then there was, well, let's just drink because I don't want to feel, or let's smoke weed because I don't want to feel. And then that gets bottled up to the point that then maybe at some point I explode and then I hurt a friend of mine because we're at a party and things are fine, but those emotions that are kind of being pushed into the back burner and building up over time, then with the inhibition of alcohol, let's say, that might come out and suddenly my close friend and I are fighting when we're sober. We would never want to do that or hurt each other. Even as far as, are we creating safe spaces for men to both talk about their emotions but also have role modeling of how to do that? Because I think there are a lot of men out even in my Penticton community, in the other communities that I've worked in, where men don't know how to process what we might call difficult emotions,
Yeah.
grief. Where
You've
does anger come from? Anger comes from fear. So are we able to say, hey, I'm feeling scared?
Wow.
Because men are told that you don't do that.